So I'm standing in front of our Haas TL1 CNC lathe today, and we're going to talk about how to get the spindle spinning. And so what we have is we've got the machine on, and we've got to really set up our tools. We've got to get a program going, and one of the things that we're going to need to do in order to touch off our tools is have the spindle spinning. So there's a couple of different ways that we can do it. It's really kind of about the pattern on how you start. So what we're going to do is reset's always your friend. Multiple reset hits are never going to hurt anything. So we can, after the machine's homed out, there's a couple different ways that we can do it. So our machine is already homed out, and we've already covered that in another video. So now we can go to MDI, and we want to hit erase program. That erases anything that's already in there. It doesn't erase the programs that are already in the machine. It only erases what's on the white or active screen. So we're going to simply type M3 and then a spindle speed of S500, and then we're going to hit enter, and then we can hit cycle start. And you can hear the spindle is turned on. And here we have the spindle spinning in there 500 RPM. So that's one way that we can start our spindle up. Always, before you start the spindle up, before you do any kind of automatic motion or action in the machine, you want to make sure that the area is clear, that your workpiece is tight. So what we've done first is we have programmed in through MDI. Now, once our spindle has become active, we know a programmed RPM exists, we can simply go to forward or reverse. We can then stop and go back and forth with controller spindle that way. If we need to program a different RPM, we can either go to erase program, or, so let's just put it back the way that it was. We had M3 500, S500 on there. So maybe now we just want to alter the speed. So maybe we want to go S1000 for the RPM. Get rid of what we had on there. We can either change that out by deleting it the way that I did. You can also hit alter to do the same thing. Now we can start a spindle this way. Reset or stop will stop the spindle. Feed hold will not stop the spindle in this action. So that's it. That'll take care of starting your spindle and stopping your spindle. One thing that you want to watch before you start any kind of automatic operation, make sure that the work area is clear, and make sure that the stock isn't sticking out the headstock of the machine. Let me show you an example of what you don't want to see. You don't want to see this. This is too dangerous. You have no control over what coolant comes through here. You also don't have any control of what's going on here. Your stock could get pulled out. Somebody could come through here and snag that. We want to make sure that the stock is in and that the gate here is closed.